guess we will call the meeting to order. Anybody got anything from the public? It isn't on any of the agendas on the agenda, okay? I guess you're up, Trevor.
Easy. Sneak on in here. Hi.
Hello.
So, since we brought the RFP up for the Ram, let's get that out of the way. That should be something fairly simple. Our Dodge is a 2015. It's come time to move on. I'm asking just for a blessing or say on the RFP. There is one thing I'm going to ask to change on it that I'll have Alyssa do that I put some forethought into on the plow end of it. What we're looking to do is basically do another 1-ton cabin chassis. Instead of a dump body this time, do like a platform dump on it. It'll still dump, but instead of an actual dump body, just like a landscaper bed, so it's just flat. And if we have to, we can build the 3 sides to hold it on. One of the reasons behind that is we have had an accident, an injury from the dump body, climbing in and out of the dump body with sharp edges and stuff. And you have the corners, and stuff gets trapped in there with the sander and stuff like that. So the theory is to do a flatbed. It makes it a little more accessible, easier to manipulate what we got to do.
Are you gonna get at least short sides for it so that you can throw
Well,
a
Yeah.
pole saw or a
Yeah.
couple of
Well,
shovels or whatever in?
typically like take some 2x6s or pressure treated, and just because you'll have stake pockets, and they'll just be removable boards basically on it. Is the theory behind it, and that way they're like when the sander's on it, it's a completely open area, so we can keep the sander cleaned out and stuff like that. The only thing I'm going to ask that we change on the RFP, which was an afterthought, was having the plow blade have carbide on it, which is not a big thing. It's just a
Which is the blade itself?
correct
Like
the wear
bottom?
blade, yeah, because
There's nothing, it just says plow package and trailer package, but that's gonna be changed
No,
too.
the package, so you have to be careful with that, because if you don't order the trucks with the plow package in it and stuff like that, we had an incident years ago with the family business. We had ordered a truck, gotten a truck, but didn't have the plow package, and we had transmission issues, and because it was not a plow package, the company the manufacturer denied the warrant, the lemon law on it. So that's just something I've always been drilled into my head, that make sure you've got it built for what you want,
Right,
so then you're covered. It is gonna be, it's not gonna be a regular cab, it's gonna be not a full 4-door like yours, it's the half door.
Super cab.
Yeah,
It's called a super cab.
Yep.
It's not a crew cab.
correct,
It's
correct.
super cab.
And the reason behind that is because we carry so much stuff behind the seats, and anytime you wanna get something, you gotta flip the seat ahead. This way here, it's got a door, you can reach in, you can grab what you need.
I couldn't pull one of those up under Dodge.
See
Well,
it?
it doesn't mean it's gonna be a Dodge.
No.
No, I was just trying to find something so I could
price point.
like see,
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, trying to think, well, Donnie's Rangers is set up like that.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
know
it's
what
the
you
half
were
a doors, yeah.
talking about how they
Yeah,
open.
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
see anything under Dodge, and I didn't have time to look any further.
Yep. And then that goes back to the conversation we had earlier, I believe it was yesterday, Beth, about sending the RFP out. I don't know how that works, if you can just send it out to certain dealerships. I don't know, I mean, we're gonna have a list of people that bid on this truck originally when we bought it, that they're probably gonna receive it. I don't know if you send
You
it
have
out
to
to.
you have to advertise it, and then a lot of the dealers have somebody that cruises the thing.
Correct.
I was thinking like 100-mile radius, because it has to be
Absolutely.
convenient for you
Yep.
to get serviced.
Yep,
But we want to get I'd like to see us get the best price
correct, yeah.
that we
With the
can.
best truck for the price.
Yeah,
Yes.
Teresa?
I have 2 questions on the RFP. So one is, when you talk about the plow package, typically, I think, it also includes having the beefed up suspension and the
Correct.
springs. So is that what you mean?
And
Because it was that-
the extra battery in some of
Okay,
them,
so
some
it
of them do
has
put
all
it.
of that?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I also noted that you had a color specified. Now, are you like, is
That's
that- is
kind of
that-
our color we ask for.
Right, but is that like extra for that, or not that big of a deal?
I don't think it's extra, but like we have run into with actually the Dodge we have,
Yeah,
some manufacturers don't get along with other manufacturers, so they won't share that color.
right, oh yeah,
It's just like the Freightliner doesn't match the Western Stars, because they won't share the deep forest green, whatever it is we run.
And
So it's gonna be
whoever-
close.
Whoever you get the truck from, will they do all the additional, the bed and all of that?
Yeah.
Or will they have somebody locally do? I mean, I know when we buy a truck, we're like 3 different places
Right.
getting everything, so that's why I'm asking.
Usually the way it works is we buy it as a complete package.
Okay,
And that's with the trade-in, they can't have the trade-in until the truck's done. If you don't trade the truck in, you'll end up with a cab and chassis,
mhm,
trying to figure out where to
Right,
get the
where you're
buck.
gonna
And
go.
like the Dodge, what we did is, we had bought the Dodge at Brown Motors in Greenfield.
mhm,
Vassar's is right around a mile from them.
mhm.
We paid an extra, I think, $500 to have them do it, opposed to the low bid of the plow and stuff they had together, but it was up in St. Townsbury.
Right, so
So,
it made no sense.
It worked out, but it's gonna be a complete package when it comes in.
And the second question, I know I asked 3 in between, but the second question is, the truck that you're replacing, I know you're looking to possibly trade it in with the dealership, but if it goes out, if it doesn't, if you don't do that, you're gonna like try and put it up for sale by the town individually?
Well, that's what will be a discussion here,
Okay.
cause,
I think we gotta get the bid
Okay,
first and see where we stand.
Right.
Because this is just an RFP. Now, we can
Correct.
accept or reject any or all bids. So that doesn't mean we're buying
oh.
a
exactly,
truck.
Okay.
This is just to get information, what it's gonna cost us. And hopefully, does it say in the RFP that we would be trading this truck in?
correct,
Yes.
yes.
And
You know,
So it depends on, some dealers may give us a third, some may
Right.
give us more.
Which you'll remember, Stuart and Julie, when we bought the Freightliner, we were gonna trade the Dodge in. They gave us a number of like 15,000. I had gone down to Brattleboro Dodge, and they were gonna write us a check for 40,000 that day if I could leave it with him. So that told me, I think we ended up working Freightliner up to 25,000 trade or something like that. My target mark is 15 to 20,000 trade on it, because that was over 3 years ago. I don't know what we're gonna get out of this. It might work out, it might be easier to sell it outright, you might get more out of it.
No,
But,
it's not easy to sell it outright.
that was, I was just gonna
Because
say,
somebody's gotta do the negotiation, and
Yes.
it's gonna, no, it's not, that's gonna, well, I was gonna come up tomorrow and you
Yes.
sold it today, no.
yep,
We're better, I think we're better off.
absolutely, and I agree with that, I just.
Teresa,
We're
you-
not car dealers.
No.
Yeah, the question I have is, I can't remember, but did you put money in the
Yes.
budget for this?
Yes.
Yeah,
So if potentially you could purchase it then?
Oh, I think so.
it's
Yeah.
for spring.
Yeah.
That's when we're shooting
Yeah.
to get it.
Yeah.
Next, not this spring, next
This-
spring?
Well, the goal is this fall, and the reason I'm trying to get this through now, so that as soon as town meeting's over,
Right.
we can get this RFP out and get ahead of the curve with the other
Right.
towns and stuff, because everybody floods the market at that point in time with the purchase and stuff, so it just kinda backlogs you down the pike, trying to figure that all out.
Scott, Al.
I'm just looking at this, and it says the submission has to be received by 1 PM on Monday, March 16th.
It's just a rough draft. then.
Okay, all right.
This is just a rough draft, that's all this
Depends
is.
on when we get it out as to when we
Yeah.
get it back.
Sounds good?
Like I said, this is just a temporary thing to get the board's approval on it.
What's the ballpark estimate for the new one?
Between 100 and 110,000 is I kind of priced one out, and I know my brother just bought one similar to what we were looking at.
That's the whole package.
That's the whole package.
And that's what you budgeted? I just didn't clarify.
Yeah, I think it was 100 or 110. Might be able to-
Trevor, what is
It's
the
in
XLT
reserves.
package? I didn't see anything. Of course, I only got to look at Dodge before we.
That's
What was the
Ford
question?
package. XLT.
Is that like-
That's
That's the
particular
extra
trim
long.
package.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the power windows, the AC.
Vinyl
Um,
versus leather seats.
Right, and it's gonna be more of a, once we find out who it is.
And also,
It will vary
Right.
Depending on
what
the
it's
bid.
called.
What we will end up ultimately doing, like we did with the Dodge, we will ask for vinyl seats and vinyl floor.
Right, because they're.
Because at the end of
cleanable.
the day, they're gonna be the easiest to maintain.
Yeah.
But for all intents and purposes, to get the actual bids in, you might only get one bid.
Right.
You never know on that, so. It
So-
should be,
So I guess my only thing is I'd like to do like a 100-mile radius, like hit all the dealerships.
Mhm.
And send this directly to them. I know we probably don't normally do that, but
that's
this
up to you
way,
guys.
they have it and we possibly could get a good price.
Yeah, if
Well,
that's what you
then
guys wanna do.
talk to Lisa about that and make
All
sure
right.
that
Now,
happens, cause that's what she
On here, you
does.
have with dump capability.
Correct.
I thought you weren't
It's going to dump, but it's gonna be a
It's
flatbed.
flatbed that lifts.
Right, it's gonna be, trying to think, it's gonna be like one of Homestead's trucks.
Right, so if you have to put garbage on during green up, boom, you can dump it, or stumps or whatever you do.
Correct, correct.
Yes.
This also says that you want a flatbed landscaper body in this RFP.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said you wanted to change that.
no, it's the, I wanna change the plow blade.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
okay, I misunderstood,
To carbide,
Yep.
yeah,
I was behind a
because
step
it's
there.
tougher,
It'll, like the one we got on the Dodge now, I believe we've had on for 7 years,
right.
so.
Okay.
Like I said, just basically looking for the sign off on it so we can have it in the queue as soon as town meeting is over. We can get ahead of the curve,
Put it
just
out.
maybe a little bit.
Do you have any idea on a trade-in on when you might be trading? Yeah?
If you mean as far as the dollar value, it was like 3 years ago, they offered us like 25, I believe it was, so I'm thinking 15 to 20. I don't know, but the used car market's so off the mark right now, you don't know. I mean, like I said, cause to buy this new is 100 to 110,000.
Right.
Are they gonna bump us up because they know they're gonna get 50 out of it? I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think if you look it up, I think we paid 55 for this truck.
But it's still got fairly low mileage
Yeah.
Absolutely.
for a
6,000
Yep.
for a truck.
10-year-old
Yeah,
truck.
and it's in great shape. I
Right,
mean, it's starting to show some age here and there, but it's in great shape.
yeah,
You know, so, and as we bought it, is how we're selling it, and everything will be replaced.
and it goes away with the sander and the plow, everything
Yep,
goes.
complete kit, yep,
Yep, good.
yep, and that should be actually spelled out in the RFP also.
It is, yep, I didn't see it right here. Fisher stainless V plow,
Yep,
sander, yep, stainless steel bed with mason sides, yep.
Okay, what's your pleasure? Any other questions?
No, I don't have any other questions.
I'd make a motion that we sign off so that he can be ready.
So we
once
get it ready,
so
we're
we
not
get
putting it
ready.
in
We're
until
not
after
putting
town
it in
meeting.
until after
Correct.
town
So-
meeting, but
If-
I would make a motion that it's ready to go.
Second,
Motion was made and seconded.
yeah, no, what I'll do is I'll have a comment, I'll send you, let's send an email asking her to add carbide plow blade and I'll just sit down with her and we'll just come up with a list and I'll try to make it fit. I mean, I don't care really brand loyal, I prefer Ford, but bang for the buck, I mean, it's like we went with a Ram, Stuart.
right.
You know,
Yeah, it just,
but-
we'll have to, it depends on
Yep.
who bids on it. I
Correct.
mean,
Yep.
some companies may say it's not worth my time.
Yep, so, there we go.
About 100 miles, but that's, yeah, that should,
Gives you a good
Yeah,
range.
Trevor, thank you for putting the manhole cover back on at the school,
yep,
so that one of the little
in the spring,
chitlins.
in the spring, we may have to deal with that a little bit. We may have to clean it up a little bit and put it back on, put a couple of dumbbells by it.
Cause you know it would've been my great nephew that would've gone over there and kicked
Oh.
rocks.
yeah, like I said, 'cause I mean, cause it was something that was.
Whatever. We got it taken care of.
Yep.
We got our-
We got our sand delivered, and it ended up at just over 900 yards. You guys should have the bill in one of the colored packets over there. So we should be good there. Salt, once again, we're in a holding pattern here. We don't know. Could be tomorrow, could be the end of March.
Well, weather's easing up a little bit.
It is.
We're gonna have a little bit of weather tonight, but I don't think this is gonna
No.
melt too much. Friday.
They backed off tonight. But what we're going to do is, some of the smaller blacktop roads we have, like Winhall Woods, the Snow Valley intersection and River Road, we're probably gonna hold off on salt until the last possible moment. They'll just get sand for now because River Road's not really a low volume road, but it's fairly flat. Winhall Woods, you got people leaving for work in the morning, coming home at night. And the intersection up there, Snow Valley, we're just gonna hold off. I mean, they will get salt eventually, but we've got probably 120 ton, roughly 150 ton. Could last
Yeah.
us a month, could last us two storms, I
All
don't know.
depends on what the weather does.
You know, and but this being a holiday weekend, I don't know what we're gonna do. Stuart, you and I had a conversation earlier about, confirming the Kenny's truck that you guys had tabled the last time. Do you guys wanna talk about that tonight, or hold off for another meeting after town meeting?
I think we should wait till after town meeting.
Okay.
We have a truck in the queue
Yeah.
that we should get before winter. Hopefully.
With any luck, I'm thinking May.
You
This May.
You may.
I may
I
think
wouldn't,
May.
I wouldn't count on May.
No, good, the truck is actually at the body shop, so that's half the battle.
So, I think another meeting isn't gonna make any difference on that.
No, that's fine.
We'll be talking 2 years down the road.
Correct, yep.
So.
Just trying to get them in the queue, cause it's,
Yeah,
The truck that-
we got enough, personally, I feel we got enough things going.
Yeah.
This meeting, let's hold off until next
Um,
meeting.
as you, I don't know if you have noticed, you've probably seen them. I know you've seen them. Julie, you did see them. I bet you did see one on your road. Our new bump signs are in. I will admit they were a little bigger than I anticipated,
Biggest sign I've ever
But-
seen.
but
You can read them.
you can read
Well,
them.
the problem
You know.
is, it isn't gonna make any, people are gonna, oh, well, that can't be that bad. So they'll go wailing in, oh, well, I guess that sign did.
I don't know if you remember the two gigantic orange signs at the top of Lower Taylor Hill that said,
Your GPS is, yeah,
Yeah,
that was my sign.
and people still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I mean, Dusty and Kenny went around yesterday, put some more up. We did put up 6 rough road signs, which I don't know if you guys noticed, you probably did on your road. They're just, like, Upper Taylor Hill, Todd Hill, and Winhall Hollow Road are our worst ones. So at the beginning of the rough sections, each one says rough road ahead. Or rough road, whatever it says, just to give
We
everybody
had,
a shot
we had
across the bow.
complaints, people were complaining about it, it's not gonna make any difference in the road, but now there's a sign there that says rough road,
Yep.
so.
You know, and we still have
That's-
some left over, and they're good enough, we'll be able to save them like when we do our summer culverts and stuff like that. We'll be able to put them up. Do you want to discuss that Pearl Buck complaint, the guardrails? The email?
I was not prepared for that.
Okay, no, that's fine, cause I assume you guys all got it.
Yes.
I did do some research, and I didn't send it to everybody, I did send it to you today, a text.
Yes, I did
But,
not get a chance to read that.
I did, cause I wasn't sure if we were really gonna discuss it much, but just so you guys know going forward, I did research it. With that being a 25-mile-an-hour road, they're not automatically required on the road, the guardrails. Personally, I have a hard time with guardrails sometimes, because sometimes they do more damage than good. And time of year like this, you can't get the snow off the road, so then you're creating an ice issue because the snow will melt and run back across the road. Ultimately, after reading through all this, it comes down to the decision of the board if they choose to put the guardrails up, but it's nothing really required. Once you get over 25 miles an hour, it is more of a requirement. And that's why I did end up putting them out on South Road where we built a retaining wall, because that is a 35-mile-an-hour road down into the brook. So it's a discussion. You know, it's last check, it was like $40 to $50 a foot for guardrails.
Well, and on that road, we have quite a few lots that are for sale.
Mhm.
They're gonna be popping in access permits.
Yep.
So,
Up on Pearl Buck.
yeah, right before that hairpin corner. So we're
Well, they
almost,
go right into their driveway.
so
They will.
we might be better off waiting
Yeah, absolutely.
until.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one is sold. I think the second one is under contract. I'm not sure about the third one.
Why don't we revisit that?
Yeah,
We
no, I
gotta-
just, I
We,
mean-
we, hopefully we're gonna, when the snow starts to melt, we'll get down there and decide what we're gonna do on the last section of the access road. And involve Stratton to see if they've got any money for this year. If we're gonna be able to hopefully put that
Yep.
access road to bed for about 10 years.
I thought you were gonna say your lifetime.
Well, I hope I'm not saying that, but
Oh, no, I'm just hoping we don't have to revisit it for a long time.
I don't,
Besides paving,
right, I mean, it's 10 to 12 years for repaving, but
yeah.
Yeah.
we have done
Substantial work.
substantial work to it,
Yeah.
and the only thing is that last section to decide if we have to do any. So I think we should wait till we get through this, and as the snow starts to melt, we'll go down and look at those culverts again.
Yep.
I know we have a engineer's report on them, but I still like to put eyeballs on
Yeah,
them.
that's going back almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
I do have the notes from you and I went through the notes through the culverts this last summer here. And what my plan is to do kind of like I did the Ram. I'm gonna get something drawn up for our paving, because we're gonna be paving the Hollow Road from Lake Road to French Hollow. And I'll get a rough draw up on the access
So,
road.
now wait a minute, we're not gonna do that bridge before that? No, that's the French Hollow. Okay.
No, Spencer's is out past,
Yeah,
out
okay.
past. That's something we just got in the queue, and when we're ready, we'll just have to do it. And I do have the one culvert out there at the bottom of Castle Hill. There's a little culvert there that's gotta go out to bid. I had the hydraulic study on, it's real easy, it's just a 4-foot pipe, so it's not a big ordeal to do.
Did we get a study on Castle's Bridge?
No, we do
We
not
have
have one
not
on
had
that,
one.
no.
We probably at some point
That
should
should
do
be,
that,
that should be,
because it's so narrow.
well, I guess we gotta get the hydrological study. Because we gotta find out how big they're gonna make us build it. Not that it's ever been a problem at the level it's built at, but they don't care. Cause they want us to have a new study for all that stuff now, so that may change
Yeah.
the specs of that bridge, but
Yeah.
we gotta do Spencer, over by Spencer's first. And
Yeah,
then-
cause I can just add Castle's Bridge on, every year I try to find like 5 or 6 spots to give the state every summer to go through. We're actually like 2 or 3 years ahead right now, as far as projects, so we're not waiting on the state. So we're in good shape there.
Okay,
So, yeah, I'll get a hold, that'll be on my list. And one last thing, Meg has been helping us in the highway department plowing.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I've been watching her plow in the yard with the ram. She's done a really good job. I've talked to Scott and asked him if we could borrow him to do some of the smaller roads like Amidon Road.
Her?
Her. Sorry. Anyways, like Amidon Road, West Hill, Roberts, Chad, Carroll, and Upper and Lower Stratton Valley. And it takes her about an hour, but that frees us up with the bigger trucks to take care of more of the bigger roads and stuff like that. So she's done a couple storms with us, and she's done a great job. So going forward, for now, we're just gonna keep using her as long as you guys don't have any objection.
Does she not have to have any additional licensure?
no,
Like,
she's not driving a big enough truck to.
No, she's just driving the 1 ton,
oh, okay.
which she's already insured.
I
I mean,
But-
it's a big
but
truck
she'll-
to
I
make
know,
it.
still
but
need the
yeah,
drug
It's not a
that's over-
CDL,
That's over
right?
26,000 pounds.
It's not CDL, so I don't know
Well,
how
you
that
guys
works.
don't have to have
That's enough, hold
CDLs.
on.
You don't have
We
to
do
if you're
have-
town.
But you don't have
according
to.
Grow.
For a CD, yeah, we're required to do drug testing.
Right, that's what
Right.
I'm saying.
Right.
Does
I don't know if she is not having a CDL.
Right, so we should ask Lisa that just to make sure we're.
I mean, cause she's
covered.
driving the truck anyway.
Right,
Yeah.
but still, now she's
Yeah.
working under you, which your department is the only one that gets drug tested.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
she doesn't have to have a CDL.
Correct.
Correct.
So it may, I'll write a note, does,
So that was just, and Scott's fine with it, like this weekend, for instance, if we get this bigger storm this weekend, we'll work it out with Scott, cause she'll come plow the roads and she does what she does in the yard, and if she has to take the transfer station, it is what it is. But she's worked out really well. I mean, it's helped us quite a bit.
What does it take for her to get her CDL if she wants to, just to have it?
I think it's just a class.
It's just
and
a
Well, it's a
take
class,
test.
but the
And then
state's
the
got it so
driving.
convoluted now, it's like $7,000.
Oh,
You
Something.
almost have to go take driver
Wow.
training now.
You basically have to go do an actual class now. You can't do it
Just
like we
because,
used to.
right,
Just
yeah.
go read the book,
Right.
go fail it
Do-
twice,
go
and
do
finally
it.
go back and do it again.
We actually went to the American Legion in Manchester, VFW, and they had a 1-day class because they made a rule and they had to get so many people, and so there were like 50 people there that took the class, and it was a joke.
Yep.
But we had to sit through the class and do this class, and then we were certified CDL drivers.
Yep. Yeah.
Everybody had been driving anyways.
Yeah. Because Christy, you probably don't know, but John had done it not long before he started working with us here. That he had just done the truck driver school a couple of years prior. Yep. So, but it last I heard, it was like $5,000 to $7,000 or something like that. So it's not as easy as it used to be. But other than that, I mean, we're plugging along, ready for spring-ish.
So
Okay.
when Meg plows for you, does the highway department pay her?
I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet. I don't know.
is this like the first pay period this has happened in?
I believe so. I'm not
Okay.
100% sure. Like I said, this is something that Scott and I talked about. We just kind of ran with it in the kind of hopes that we were okay.
Okay,
I
So-
think it should be paid out of your.
And I'm sure,
project.
because I know
course.
Scott does pull out of the highway department too anyway.
yes.
But,
That goes-
Curious more than
yeah.
anything?
yep, yeah,
Well, cause then we know what we're actually spending.
yep,
Right.
yep. So, but other than that, I mean, and like I said, it's worked out so far. So, other than that, I really don't have many other notes right now. We just gotta wait and see if we can get through this weekend. Another one.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people there this weekend.
Yeah,
And
I
can
think
do
so.
that.
Thanks for the
Okay.
update, Trevor.
Yep,
thank you.
absolutely.
All right, thanks.
So you guys all set?
We have Ray Reed
Yep,
here. if we
we're
wanna
we're gonna
switch
go
him
right
in.
on to that right now.
Come right up. Do you need a copy of your quote, Ray, or you?
No,
I have one right here.
Evening.
Good.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
The infamous boss is here now.
Yep.
So this is Ray Reed, he's the owner of Walker
Is
Industries.
it new business?
Yes.
Yep.
It's kinda under Scott's area.
Oh,
This is
Caroline.
under
Because it's-
facilities,
Oh, okay, thank you.
yeah.
Yes.
This is to do that.
So I own Reed Construction and Walker.
thank you.
So first of all, thank you guys for all the work that you have provided us. I'd like to thank you for that. Let's just touch on this building first. Any questions or concerns that we haven't taken care of already? Because I know there was a handful. I feel they were answered. But if there is.
We had some problems, and I think you guys have, between Alex and Scott and you have worked
We
out
talked last week.
those problems.
I think we're down to 3 windows here to paint,
Yep,
3 downstairs.
correct.
And then you guys shoveled the roof when I had the leak
Yep.
the other day in my office on Tuesday, which was an ice dam. But it came right in.
So just to address on that, the way we're gonna, because Scott did some research on this roof, and he said it's only about 10 or 12
11.
years old.
It's 11 years old.
11
He's got
years
it
old.
in his meeting notes. Sorry.
So obviously you guys don't need a new roof. So on the cheek walls by Beth's office, that area, we're gonna take, you have your insulation on right now, and there'll be a piece of plywood that will go up. We're gonna remove the shingles, step them back, and add ice and water and new step flashing, and then feather the shingles back in. I did ask Scott, I don't know if anybody has record of what brand of shingles they used here.
I may, in the vault, there's a big white book. I'll look.
If you can, that'd be great.
Yep.
If not, I could pull one off and figure it out.
Yep, no, I'll look tomorrow.
So you're talking of putting,
So if you're looking at the wall above Beth's office,
Yeah.
you have this insulation board.
yeah, that's on the face, on the
Correct.
vertical,
Correct.
yeah.
So
Okay.
this is gonna run up the roof line. This is actually gonna be roughly 8.5, 10 inches ripped. And then these boards will run down into it. There'll be a couple grooves in it for airflow. This is also as a rain screen behind the siding. And then all the ice and water will strip the shingles back, feather them in, ice and water up this, and then new step flashing, which will avoid that ice damage.
So is this gonna be an exposed piece of flashing?
Nope,
Okay,
no, it will look exactly the way it is.
okay.
But there'll be
Before
flashing under there with
Correct,
the
before we
screen
covered it with
seal.
insulation.
Because more than likely, there isn't flashing underneath it.
Right, yeah.
I think there was some thin flashing.
Yeah.
Beer can, they made it out of Budweiser.
Yeah.
So, okay, I see what you're trying to do. You thought this through, Alex?
Yeah, we actually talked about it, I think that this is the best way to do it.
Okay, now, are we talking, I think that there are sections of this building that we have to redesign. In the back, there's too many angles and things coming together.
Yes,
I think that needs to be analyzed and make take some stuff off and make it so that there's not 4 angles in one spot. Because some of it in the back is really convoluted. I don't know if you've stood there and looked at that
Oh,
in the
yeah.
back, but that's really a whack job back there.
yes.
Okay?
It's a cut up mess, you know, with that.
Because it was added on, this used to be a residence
Yep,
with a business attached. Then we added on over there and became the town offices. But back there, I mean, we've got angles coming in here and there, and it's really messed up. So I'm wondering if we should hold off on that section and not do this phase, just a sec, and try to get it cleaned up and make, I mean, the stairs, and I don't know about this little
Screen porch.
screen porch back here, I mean, I don't know that is to any advantage. I mean, I think it's more of a liability than it is an advantage.
I like the screened-in porch because you're gonna need egress, and you're not shoveling it, and then you're right down the stairs.
Well,
Scott does have on our docket to inspect those stairs and also bring the railing up to code.
don't let Scott go on the stairs,
No, I
because he'll
won't.
go right through them, because they're bad. I don't dare go on them.
I carried all the windows up on them.
Did you? Well, good thing you're light. Okay,
I
but
just
anyway,
think light.
all right. Anyway, I'm sorry, Alex. If I lose my train of thought, I'm done. I
Yeah,
have
no,
to
no, I
start
got you,
over.
I got you. Well, I think, so this is just where we're already replacing siding next to the roof. That's what he's talking about, just doing that. And I'm seeing that this, you do have a RFP, this is actually for the library, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't moved over there yet.
Okay, alright, cool.
So,
I've been away, so I'm just kinda coming back into things.
Yeah, I just wanted to introduce, talk about this building first, make sure
yeah, what you got,
everybody's
Teresa?
happy.
So can I, this is a really dumb question, but I don't care. So what is the reason? Why do you have to do this? What is the purpose of all of this?
So-
Did it just come up when, in the process of the renovation, or?
And it's leaking.
Well,
There must be a reason, I mean, why it wasn't like.
it was part of the quote.
It was part of the.
Yes,
quote.
it's added into
Oh.
the full amount we already approved, the
Yes.
270, no, the big one,
Oh,
which was
big.
272 or something.
So,
The siding steps out, so
The-
you have to reflash it.
Right, I understand that, so, but I mean, I just wondered why you felt the need to like have to go through all this, well, I'll just
So,
because.
for one thing, we gotta get those stupid gutters off there. There shouldn't be gutters on this building.
I'm not a gutter fan.
No, I mean here, they're full of ice.
Yes.
I mean, they shouldn't be there. So that's something that's gotta come off anyway. You gotta take them off to do this procedure. But we don't wanna put them back on.
No.
Cause they're just a pain. They just create more trouble than they're worth. Okay,
Thank
did-
you.
did you have
Just
something else,
to bring
Alex?
To your point,
Yeah.
the reason I'm bringing it up and talking about it is that there have been some hurdles on this project.
Yeah.
And I just want to lay all the cards on the table with you guys,
Okay.
so that way you meet me and also that you guys understand
With-
the logic.
We
I just didn't know
appreciate
if there was
that,
something
we
else that's
appreciate
out there.
that, things didn't start out too well in the beginning.
Now, there's a couple fumbles. but
Yeah, and,
we
but
got the
you
ball up and
stepped
running.
up, we got you involved, and then we started getting things straightened out. It
Yes,
just,
sir.
now we know who we gotta call.
And Beth's got me on, she
Okay,
knows.
well, that's fine, and, it's just one of those things, but now we're headed in the right direction.
You know, it happens in construction, it's all about how you fix it.
Right, right.
You know, it's
So
the
this is
story.
already included in the price?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's like 26 and change, I think it was, for the roof trim.
so you feel pretty comfortable that this is gonna solve no problem is gonna be solved by certain weather conditions,
Correct.
unless you have a metal roof. But it's tough here because we got such high roofs and the snow can go 15, 20 feet and it could kill somebody.
So, I sell stainless steel roofs. There are places for them. This would not be one because of the liability.
Yeah,
Traffic.
yeah.
You know,
I know when I built my house, everybody said, "Oh, you can't have a metal roof. Your kids might get hit by snow." I said, "No, they're gonna learn real quick. You don't play near the house."
you run.
But anyways, okay, so you're going to tear up the first few,
Yeah, just step it out. It's shingles
okay?
going up, and then put a new end wall flashing. But you won't even be able to tell.
So what about where on the ends, like towards the elevator shaft? How are you, cause is that 3-inch?
Correct. So you would have the same application up there with a new piece of end wall flashing and step flashing.
So you're gonna put insulation and then new flashing all the way down through on that so
Correct.
that water can't get behind that?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Cause that was a concern.
Yep.
Okay.
I told you they'd have questions.
I'm ready.
Well, it's just kind of a weird setup with everything on this whole building because it's been with the trim package it had on it and all, and then the gutters and all that stuff. It's made it kind of a challenge,
Yes.
I would say, wouldn't you? I mean, I know you've probably done weirder ones, but this is a almost weird
It's
setup.
up there.
Yeah,
Been in the business a while. I've gotten worse
yeah.
cards dealt.
Did you have something else, Teresa?
I just wondered, and I don't wanna ask out of turn, and I'm not gonna hold you to it or anything, but just wondered if you had an estimated completion date on this building.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, that
I'm
was-
sorry,
no,
and I
that's
didn't mean
fine.
to speak out of turn either, you guys, if you wanted to ask that question, but.
So I would like to say, now that the weather's breaking, we can start getting up and moving. I would like to say 30 to 40 days, we can wrap it up. I mean, the windows are in the trims and
They're gonna get asked at town meeting, so I figured I
now
might
it's
as well ask
just
you.
siding. And as long as.
Hopefully you'll get some siding on before town meeting.
Can I just
I will.
pay a compliment and just say, and I noticed on the coldest of days and weekends and holidays, your
Christmas.
crew being here, Christmas, I noticed, I just have to say, thank you for all you've done. I know it hasn't been easy, so
No, it was a real winter.
I appreciate it as a taxpayer. so.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Thank you.
Ray, do we have an estimated arrival for the front door?
They're here.
Oh, they are here. Okay, great. So
They're
I
at
have
W&W.
ordered the new locks for it through Dan Kilburn.
Yep.
So I'll check with him to find out when they're gonna be here. That way, when we install that, the new locks can go in at the same time.
Yes, with the
Okay.
police store as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do those same day and have the locksmith shortly right behind.
Okay,
And we'll
perfect.
schedule that together.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
Great,
Well,
thank you.
I think that made it easier than what I was expecting, because I thought it was something, for one thing, we got a determination how old the roof is, which we don't really feel it's that old. And I hadn't seen any problems with it. I mean, I haven't been up on it and looked at it, but I've been watching it from the parking lot.
There's some wear and tear. I walked it, but nothing that I feel that I should try to pitch to you guys. It'd be a waste of money.
Mm-hmm. Yep, okay.
So, the only thing I believe in my estimate on this building I did not include were the soffits.
Underneath the soffits, you mean?
The soffits ventilation. So I just wanted to bring that up. Short money, we could put trim up with a soffit vent, the metal vent.
So is this an actual soffit vent? Does
So
it
right-
go anywhere, or
No.
does it just show?
It just shows. So what I do is I take a 1x10, cut out the middle of it, and then snap in a piece of metal that's 2.5 inches. That's corrugated, and then the bugs can't get in. I put it like basically a screen, staple that, so you get no bugs or bees going in there, and then put that piece of wood up, fasten it, and that way you don't have the vinyl blowing out into the yard.
Yeah.
What do you estimate that would run to do it for the
That I
building?
do not have that answer. I can send that over tomorrow.
Okay.
I thought about it while I was driving here.
Thought you had everything covered,
I
huh?
know. Yeah.
Well, I feel better about the whole project, at least being able to meet you
Yeah.
and talking to you, because it started out kind of, not on the best grounds.
No,
And then but you've stepped up, we got the boss involved, and now we're getting things done.
Yeah, no,
But
very-
it
very
was
hands-on.
definitely a challenge in the beginning,
No, I don't disagree with that
yeah,
statement.
yeah. So what do you guys think? I mean,
I'm good with
I'm much more
everything.
comfortable with it than I was,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm great.
yeah.
I just knew that you all were gonna have questions and I'm not educated enough to
Oh, no,
answer
and
those
I'm
for
glad
you.
to
use my
mention
phone.
that.
And I thought it was better, he just comes and, cause he knows what
Right.
he's talking about and we've hired him.
No, we
And this way you get to
appreciate-
meet him.
Appreciate you coming out. And, yeah, the soffit, quote would be great.
Yeah, I'll shoot that over to you guys.
So how quick would you, well, you're not gonna need to soft it for a little bit, you
No,
can
that'd
work
be
up
toward
to
the
it.
end.
I can work up to it.
I mean, but our next meeting isn't till
March 4th.
4th,
first week in March,
yeah,
Okay.
March 4th.
but you could go quite a ways before then.
Yeah, and I'll mock a piece up as well.
Yeah.
Like we did the trim.
Yep, yep. Yeah, we got in trouble on that, cause I said, why you got two sides? Well, so you look at them, we talked about it and we said, that's what we like, and we caught shit for that, but anyways, oh well. That's the way it goes, but I think it looks better the way
I
it
thought
goes.
my eyes were off that morning. I was looking, I was like, that's not right.
Okay,
Something's
so
not right.
so we really have no decision to make on this. We're still under contract.
Yep.
This is all part of the contract, so we can, this one, you're working on, you're gonna get it done as soon as you can. Now we have another project to talk about,
Yes.
which I believe is
The library.
the library.
Correct.
And I believe that you have you come up with a proposal for it, or?
Yes,
It's-
that's right here. Did you not get
I
that?
think I did, I'm sorry, I just,
Sorry, I thought I did you.
I hate this new email system, because after I read an email, it goes into the background and I can't find it. So you have estimated the work at the library.
Correct, so I did it 2 ways. And as we talked about the ice damming, all that. So you have shingles, which would be a Certainty Pro shingle. We're 5-star warranty installers, you get a 30-year lifetime warranty, all that fancy stuff. That I can send over to technical details on that. The second is the insulation, strapped, and then plywood, which gives you a cold roof and insulated.
To be perfectly honest, I believe in the cold roof.
I'm a huge,
I-
I push them on every project.
On my project that we did at one of my buildings, we put 2x4s up first, put strapping across, put plywood down, bitch stained the whole thing, and then put roofing on.
Correct.
Could you explain to me, the lone southerner on the board, what a cold roof is,
So
the
cold
difference?
roof is, you know, you see all these ice jams in Vermont.
Yeah,
That's heat loss, and any roofer's nightmare. Because you put a new roof on, you get a ton of heat loss, you have the ice melting down, it hits the soffit, -10. Freezes right up, the ice is pushing up, it's ruthless. Pushes up valleys, cheek walls, soffits, even pushes up out of nails, then you got leaks. Then you're calling me saying, hey, I just paid you to put a new roof on my house, it's leaking. And a lot of it is due to not having the heat loss. Now with a cold roof, you're one constant temperature. So if it's -10 outside, it's -10 through the whole roof. You're not having hot spots.
because there's that,
airflow.
okay,
Airflow.
got it.
Now, go ahead.
You have airflow from your soffit to your ridge vent, flowing right through, so that way, and then if you add the insulation, you're adding an extra R20 underneath it.
Okay, so there's insulation open and then the roof.
Yes, which will eliminate the icicles, all that nonsense.
You'll always see snow on a cold roof, that's how you know it's a cold roof.
Correct.
So
So,
it's aesthetically.
would we be to any advantage on the library setup to go with the metal roof?
I mean,
Because there aren't many people wandering around outside the library in the middle of winter, because there's
There's
no
not.
walkways.
no,
You've got that one emergency door though that goes out towards the river. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's got a little
We could
roof
put
on it or
a little
something.
a little roof over it, just so that you could get away from the building if
Was
needed.
that an historic building that requires, you can't
No.
do anything like that?
I don't think it's,
It
I don't think it's,
probably,
I
it
don't
probably
care,
could have been, but we've
Just
done
throwing
work
that out
to
to
it.
make sure you're thinking about it, that's
Yeah,
all.
we've already done too much work to it now.
Oh, okay.
since we jacked it up and which it needs to be jacked more, so that it isn't setting in, it's 6 inches above the median flood level.
Yeah.
I would have just put it 3 feet above the median flood level, but it's literally 6 inches.
it's close.
Yeah, but the problem is when you put basement windows in so that you can get your beams in and out when you lift the building, well, that's a foot lower.
Yeah.
So the water comes 6 inches up those windows and fills the basement full. Obviously, you can't store anything in the basement. I've had to pump it 2 or 3 times myself because it is standing water because there's no place for it to drain out.
Yep.
What do you think about a metal roof there?
Gosh, what's
I
that?
prefer shingles, to be perfectly honest. But.
So I don't want
cer-
to. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, we can certainly look at a price between the two. I definitely think a cold roof is the smarter way to do it. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything, between the extra insulation and then another layer of ice and water shield on top, it won't hurt.
No, I think it's, I mean, that's the way I did my shop, and I've got another roof to do this summer, and that's probably the way I'm gonna do it too. I think you got a lot more advantage, cause every building, I don't care how much insulation you have in a building, you have heat loss. Because it all rises,
Yep.
and then it melts off.
So the only thing with metal stainless seam is costs.
Yeah,
You know, you're basically taking that shingle number and times it by 2.
yeah. I think we could stay with the shingles over there,
Okay,
you know?
fine.
I'm happy to.
Just thought I'd mention it.
I'm happy to put it on
You guys vote me
paper.
down, you know.
I'll do your roof
No.
for you.
Well, I may have to talk to you about it, cause I got about 18 projects going this summer, but.
So if it's the better option and it seems more complicated, why is it less expensive?
That's gonna be my question.
What do you mean, the shingles or metal?
No, I'm sorry,
The
the
cold
shingles
roof and the
versus
regular
the
roof
cold
is
roof.
about $2,000 less on your quote.
No, those numbers go together.
Yeah.
So they're options.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't get that either. This is why you're here. Okay.
Cause you said
So
option
it's
one,
like,
option
it's,
two.
yeah, so
Okay,
it's gonna
so
be
it's
50.
shingles is the 27.
Yes.
If we want to do the cold roof with that, it's another 25.
Right.
See, that's not
Okay,
at all
well,
how I read it either.
I'm glad we asked,
Yes,
or
thank
you
you.
asked.
I thought
I
it was,
just thought, shit, for that, let's just do the cold room, it's $2,000 cheaper. Okay,
That's how we all read it clearly. Okay. No, you're good. I read it that way as
so
well.
it's 1 and 2 together.
Correct.
Yes.
So I
So
make
we
it
could
a la
do,
carte.
we
How
could
many
do number
squares?
1,
How many
it would
squares?
cost us 27. I'm sorry?
Any idea? I asked how many square.
I'd have to look at my notes.
Oh, I just was curious, it's all right, doesn't matter. I'm not measuring or anything, I just wondered.
So, okay, well, that's still not a bad price.
not a bad
So we're
price.
talking $53,000,
52.
$54,000.
and that roof is gonna be what, 30 years old? It's
Oh,
on it
it's
now,
been
at
on the
least?
schedule for quite a few years. The only problem is we gotta trim that damn maple tree before we do it.
Yeah, and will this include, Ray, I didn't happen to see it, this will include the trim around the roof, cause I noticed when I was over there today, like some of the little wood,
I would have to, because that's crown on that roof.
I think it is.
So I didn't include all new crown.
Okay.
But I can replace what's needed.
Okay. Cause it looked like some of it facing the Kendall Farm Road, where you put the new windows in,
Yeah, they need,
it looked a
there's a
little,
couple of pieces up there.
yeah.
Yep.
I didn't walk all the way around, I just happened to be right there
Yep.
and noticed it.
No, I'll take a look at it.
Okay,
And just so you know, under the insulation would be a synthetic underlayment, and then full ice and water on top. So you have air barrier and moisture.
What is that material?
This is a synthetic
Oh,
roof underlayment that goes on, then the ISO, then the plywood, and then you have full ice and water.
So is that what we used to call bitchathane or ice guard?
Yes,
Or
no, it's pretty big.
correct,
Actually.
same thing.
Yeah, plus then it's got that little extra.
So I just use
addition.
all CertainTeed products
Yeah.
Do we have any?
to get the warranty.
Anyone?
What about just like a regular metal roof? Would that be an option other than
There's no one.
standing seam? No, you don't.
The Fabrol, I like Fabrol on a barn,
it's not.
sugar shack, things of that nature. The downfall with Fabrol is you have the metal the gaskets on the screws will fade out over time and
Yes.
they'll start loosening
15, 20 years.
15, 20 years, and then you're
That's
up
why I
there
have a standing
siliconing every screw. And we probably do 30 roofs a year just siliconing to get people by.
Right, okay.
It's cheap money. Everybody, did it for a long time. It's great on a barn or
Right,
those aspects.
okay.
What would the timing for that project be? How long would you be there?
For that roof,
Yeah.
it's pretty tiny. I would say maybe 3 or 4 days.
As long as we don't start it in December.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we're not starting in December.
I
Unless
think we
put it
should
on the
talk to
docket for
Scott,
Christmas
too.
week.
Well, has Scott seen this?
No, it just came in today.
Okay.
So I don't think we should,
Well,
my
the-
opinion is I don't think we should do any
So
voting
this,
tonight.
this isn't gonna make any difference whether you decide on it tonight.
No, I understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great, I'm glad you asked that question,
Yes.
because I thought, Jesus, I said, that's a hell of a
I,
deal.
I was wondering the same thing. I was like, dang, I'm getting a better roof for less.
Speaking up,
I know, I was
see the
waiting.
crowd I'm dealing with.
I was waiting. I told you they have questions.
Cool, alright. Yeah, I mean, Scott is the facilities manager, so we should talk it over with him and make sure that he gives his blessing, so we don't have to listen to his stuff.
I'll put one of these in his box, actually, so he has it.
Yeah.
Or I can
It's
email
like
it. I'll just
sweet
email it
music
to
in
him.
my ear when he calls.
I'm glad you like it. Well, thank you for coming in. Do you guys have any more questions for him? I think this has helped tremendously. I
Yeah,
feel a
thank
lot better
you.
about
Thank you.
the
Thank
whole
you.
situation.
Absolutely. I'm
And,
glad I was able to come and
yeah.
put everybody at ease and get this done.
So, when are you gonna start putting some siding on?
I would hope beginning of next week we'll get that area, start getting it up so that way you can see it on.
The front
Good.
first.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, be nice to get some on for town meeting.
Yeah, work,
'Cause we've been-
work the front side of the building
Yeah.
The
first.
front,
Well, obviously, I mean, but you're already there. I mean, you might still start there and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be nice to get some on, because we've been getting questions, what the hell's taking so long? I said, just, you know, if they were working out there, I can understand why it would take so long. They've been working in some pretty tough weather.
And they have not complained once, the two boys.
Well,
not
they
at
may
all.
have, but you couldn't understand them.
No, they don't, no. Alex is, he's great.
No, they've done very well.
they're good boys.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
Yep, always super polite and very clean. Every day they vacuum. Wherever they've been, inside they vacuum.
Train them well.
That's one of my pet peeves
That's
is
a big boss
cleanliness.
right there.
Awesome.
If somebody comes onto a job site, you know, we do massive homes, commercial builds, and if you come on and it's a mess, you know, you don't have a warm and fuzzy about your builder.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
thanks,
Fair.
Frame,
I agree.
As far as, like, if they don't make a decision like in a couple of months, like, will you have time to fit this in at
For
any
you
point?
guys,
or
yeah, I mean, we're gonna be up in Stratton all summer. So
Well, I think once we talk to Scott, I think we have to. Because to be perfectly honest, it's been hard to find anybody that worked for the towns. I don't know why. I mean, we don't normally tell everybody, you know, that we have to have bottom price. We want the work done. And Scott has either strong-armed you or been able to get you to come and work for us.
I met you guys, I pulled out a driveway permit from Beth. I donated a lift to the Bombville Fair,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how the relationship started.
Yeah, but I mean, it just,
I was a little confused myself, because I'm not winning the prize.
no, I mean, but that's just the way it's, I mean, we ask for, the problem is there's so much work out there right now. There's so much work.
There is, but, you know, the way I look at life is, you know, you guys have treated me very well for the past 2 years. What a good jag of work.
And we have some other projects we need done too, that, I mean, we have some at the, you know, around but we gotta get these done first.
So the way I like to look at it is give a fair price, do quality work, and have a working relationship for 10, 20 years.
Good,
So I got a long time to go before I can hang it up.
okay,
Got kids to
Good.
send to college.
I got kids going to college, yeah.
yeah, good. All right, thanks for coming.
All right,
And
thank
thanks
you.
for the
Appreciate it.
display, that was great.
Yeah.
I'm very visual, so I like that.
Agreed.
Yeah, clean that mess.
Oh, that's all right.
I knew that, I knew I felt it.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much, Ray. Yeah, you
Thanks.
too, thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
You guys.
Cool. Yeah, I feel better about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, what the hell, that's not, Jesus, that's not too bad. It didn't
Well,
say
that's what I was
add them together.
That
But
sounds,
we all read it the same way, so
So it
don't
was
worry about that.
Okay,
It
That's
was
fine.
definitely good speaking with him. It wouldn't be bad to have a second quote, just to have for the library. I mean, it's just a thought.
well,
I
we
think
can,
we should.
right, the problem is, we can't put this out to public,
Why?
his prices.
No,
It
not
would have
his,
to
no,
be
you
an
get rid of
RFP.
prices.
But
No,
if we
you
do an
your own-
RFP.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. He would never give his prices up.
What's that?
Did you put money in the budget for it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's
Scott,
been in
Scott's
there.
had it in there for a number of years, but we haven't been able to find anybody to do it.
I know.
And we also have
I'm
to,
trying to give you guys a little precursor to the questions you might get.
Because-
It's in the reserve fund.
Okay, perfect.
and there's also the maple tree needs to be trimmed, which we were trying to get done, but couldn't get that done.
You got some way to do that?
We will have,
Yeah.
I can get that
Well, you're
done.
the tree warden, don't you do that on
I
the
can
side?
cut it, yeah.
You got
Okay,
insurance?
You don't need to see this.
Tough crowd, isn't it?
okay, so I guess there's nothing else under transfer station facilities,
Oh, I
so,
was gonna look through Scott's notes, was there anything we needed to talk about? I
There's
read
a-
them.
There's
Right
a,
here.
oh, there's a sheet there if you want to
Oh,
use it, Julie,
okay,
just
cause I
for
feel like
easier.
there was something.
Is that you?
alright, short-term rentals, we can come
Uh,
back to.
do you wanna come back to that, or are you gonna do the Scots? No, it's short-term rentals. I mean, short-term rentals are basically a, mission in learning to be a detective. And, just continuing forward, spoke with Deckard, we're gonna send the note at the end of this week or beginning of next, just to let GovOS know that we're not gonna come, use them. And there's some stuff that I'm gonna try and ask for in terms of data, just if they can, give it to me. It would be easier to get it as sort of as an all-in-one. Just starting more training next week with the new platform. And have spoken with the town lawyer, because there are some people who are not complying, like really not complying, like in my face, not complying, and, so they are accruing $500 a day as we speak as a result of that, and the attorney is working with me to help them realize what that means. And then I've had a lot of help from Beth with finding, because I get the advertisements, and I'm trying to track down the addresses, and I'm using lots of different platforms. Anyway, it's all progressing, but it's very
Have you,
time- it's
have you
just
been able
time-consuming.
to license any more places?
Yeah, so I tend to like to give you, because it's not the end of February, I like to go by month, but I can give you,
Not approximately, I mean,
you
you were about 104 last time I think we talked.
Yeah, I've probably done, 4 more since then. I do have a sheet that I got.
So you've got some people who just aren't cooperating at all.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
And
like pretty crazy, not cooperating.
I had a
Shockingly.
constituent ask if submitting this information is anonymous. Like if their
If they
name,
reach out to me,
Yes.
yes, it is
Okay.
totally anonymous, because I have received information from the platform. I have received it from others who drive by a house and are like, WTF, like we've paid for ours, and I see all these cars, and then they're advertising for blah, blah, blah. So I'm getting it from all different sources, and it stays with me. I'm not
that's what I,
discussing at all where it comes from, and that goes, so I'm very, and it's helpful, and in terms of trying to figure things out, it's a picture, and it's not always the front of a house either. So it's really a bit of detective work, and like I said, Elizabeth's been great with that, very helpful. Dollar amount totals are for what's come in, that's the smaller ones fines, the bigger ones fees, through yesterday. And it's not that it's about the dollar amount, but it is that people are, really, the people who are complying are the ones who have been hurt by the ones who are not complying. The non-compliers, some of them are coming in, because I am getting to them, but it's an extensive process to get to them.
Because they're able to reap the benefit of 12 or 15 people where
Oh my
they aren't
God,
legally
yeah.
entitled to have it
Yeah.
under our regulations.
And there are a number of them that, put advertise, they're in Jamaica, but they're in Winhall, they're paying their
Yeah, they're
taxes in
changing
Winhall.
that.
And they say, oh, but, Airbnb won't let me change it. Well, Airbnb will. It's once you take a booking under your address or your property as Jamaica, then it requires a phone call to Airbnb to get them to switch it to Winhall. So it's not that it can't be done, it's that they have to actually do something about it.
They didn't want to do it, that's why
They
they
wanted
switched,
to,
that's why they
yeah.
played the
Oh
game.
my gosh.
Well, they're
yeah.
all the Todd Hill, Pearl Buck, Benson Fuller, Jamie Lane, because when they sit against that wall on Jamaica, postal delivery for that section down Julie's Road is Jamaica.
yeah, That's why we have a PO box, cause it was too hard to.
So part of why I'm showing that to you too is that there will be some attorney's fees. Hopefully won't be crazy
Well,
amount of
we
money,
know there
but
was gonna
it's
be.
paying for itself.
Yeah, we knew it was gonna,
So-
Teresa,
That was my question. I know that when initially, a couple of years ago, when this whole process started, there was always a line item for legal fees. And I'm worried that because you have to enlist their help so much, is there going to be enough money in that line item? Or can we get it from somewhere else, or do
We're-
we need to bump that number up, or?
I mean, so we've done the budget for, we've already submitted the budget for next year. I
Right.
think right now, the budget for this year, we will have met the budget and gone beyond that.
So you
So
think-
I view the gone beyond that as the money I'm not necessarily, as the STR administrator,
Right.
I think the money is there that covers some legal, and hopefully it doesn't have to be too
well,
expensive.
then there
but-
was some discussion that we were gonna take some of the money and put it into a reserve fund.
Right.
So that we don't lose it just into the general fund
Right.
to cover the long-term potential, legal
Suits.
suits of
Ramification,
this,
yeah.
right.
And I
So,
don't
That's why
it's-
I wondered.
yeah, so I think that we should,
Consider-
I talked to Debbie today about it, and I said, I think we should do another line item that says reserve fund for these fees, and have it so that it's there.
Right.
And,
They add up so quickly, you know, and you think you're gonna have enough, and you might not, and I just, and even though you have the income coming in with a one result, so to speak, it may not be enough. I just, I was just thinking out loud.
Yeah, no, I appreciate, I do too. When I'm on the phone with the attorney, I'm like, okay, time clock starts now. You know, she's looking at me like, have you ever talked to a lawyer before? I'm like, oh yeah. Like, but it is, I'm aware of it, they're aware of it, and I do think at this point, we're, for the moment, we're okay.
so do we wanna talk about starting a reserve line item for the STR
Well, I would make a
fees?
motion that we would start a reserve line item for the STR. I don't know that does much for us right now, given that
We'd
Can
have
you
to
bring
wait
it up
until-
we'd
at
have to
the
wait until.
I don't think you can add it on to the,
For right now, can Deb do a subcategory within the general reserve fund? Cause we have a general reserve fund.
And it is very specific, the fine money that's coming in is STR fines, like it's very specific.
Like, I mean, I think as long as it's in in the general reserve fund, we could use for,
Right, and again, I do,
It's not-
I mean, I am doing most of the legwork, so I am serving it up to the lawyer, like, I'm like, okay, cause
So they're not having to
so
spend.
they're not having to spend as much time, so I think that's, I like to think that that's helpful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it is.
So, anyway, but we're in process, there are people coming in, it's, if I can get 2 new ones each week by the end of the week, I'm feeling good. Cause I'm certain, cause there's an outreach, it's a process.
So-
there's a short-term rental reserve fund already.
There
There
is.
is?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
good.
Yep, 32,250. It's got,
oh yeah, we did that with Marcel.
yep,
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
yep, so yeah, it's right,
Okay.
it's down towards the bottom, but there's
So
already
we're-
one, so we're all set.
So
Even better.
is, oh shit, I don't know the thing right down there. My age.
We
That's
just
right.
floated out.
Gone. Gone.
8.
Okay, so we don't have to really try to do that right now if we already have.
Yep, nope, so we're all set on that.
So, do we feel that because
I think
the people who we were hiring, was it
GovOS.
GovOS?
And now we're.
They were talking that there were 400 short-term rental properties in
So
Winhall.
I think I tried to clarify that in one of the last meetings. Basically, so with the new platform and with the GovOS/Numo, they changed their name, but they could say there are 4 listings. So a listing can be listed on VRBO and it can be listed on Airbnb.
So there may-
It's actually 2 is 1. So they think in the new platform that there are probably in the neighborhood of 200, maybe.
Okay, so we're
Okay, so
not, we're not that far behind then. We
Right.
still have room because of people who are not getting into the program
Yep.
because they're resisting it, and I understand, they're trying to,
Well, and-
but the problem is, it's, I don't like regulations either, but it
I'm,
just,
yeah, And I don't know anybody who does, but because there are people who are playing the game by the rules, and they're the ones who are not, or penalizing the ones who are, like, I take this very seriously. I'm kind of like, that's it, guys. And, I was gonna say something else about that as well. I'm gonna, you yawn, and you yawn, I'm like, stop!
It's catchy.
Yeah.
Sunday morning,
Yeah,
5
but-
o'clock is the best time to drive around, cause they're all sleeping. The cars are in the yard.
Right.
You get the house, the number, the vehicles, and if you've got 6 vehicles or 10 vehicles,
Yeah.
you're over.
Yep. So, and then, and Beth has done that over this past weekend when, things were busy around here, and so sent me a pile of driveways with cars with addresses, and so then I can check them out. And some are licensed and some are not, and, some we're not sure. That was what I was gonna say.
So
Stuart, was,
if-
wait, don't let
This
me
is
lose my.
so tricky. I'm looking right now. There is not a picture of a house on Airbnb. Like, it's
So-
all living rooms.
Right.
So
Yeah,
what
totally.
happens if they don't advertise for short-term rental? And if they have enough contacts and they have rented before, if they are not advertising it on a format,
It's very hard to get them.
that's what I'm saying, because
Yeah,
some
it's very
people have
hard.
been doing
Some
this for
people have been-
years.
Yeah,
And-
most people I have, I believe, and I'm sure I'm probably wrong too, who have been doing this for years are generally 30-day renters or seasonal renters.
Okay.
It's not, the short-term renters, it's not as frequent.
It's
to
not
have
like
that
they're coming
scenario
in
that
for a
you're
weekend or
discussing.
5 days or whatever.
That's less frequent. It's
Okay,
not
so-
that it doesn't exist,
So,
but it's a
so
lot
really,
less
there are some
frequent.
people who could be doing that if they have enough contacts. and
Or
they've-
if they have their own advertising platform, because I've found that too. Like I have one person that I'm, I haven't even gotten to chasing them down because they fixed their advertisement on the Airbnb, but then I ended up finding that they actually have literally their own site. And on their own site, so if you go through Google or whatever, you can get to their own site, you see something totally different.
There's
The
a
other thing
new
before-
site.
The other one, yeah, and there's a new site that Beth found too, but the thing that I wanted to say that's also with the new platform, and I spoke in my meeting with the guy today, I am not sure when this was given, this being the grand list to GovOS, how the decisions were made to activate accounts, because so an account is active, inactive, closed, whatever. The active accounts, in theory, have received all the mailings that went out to let them know they needed to comply. There are accounts that are inactive that, that makes it really tough, because I don't know for sure if they got the mailings. Like, in some sense, I'm starting at ground zero, and in other sense, I'm saying, well, the thing I can stand on is that it is up to you if you live in a town and you're choosing to do an Airbnb to see if your town has an ordinance. But what I said to the new platform is when we start sending stuff out, I want to have everybody is active until they email me and they tell me they're not active and the reason why.
So
which I
what
then
is the
store.
14-day thing? Is that 14?
If it's less than 14 days, you don't
In-
have to, in a
in-
calendar year.
Oh, calendar, a year.
Yeah,
Okay.
calendar year, then you do not have to apply for the license, or greater than 30. You don't have to have, if you 30 at a time, you don't have to apply.
So if
for
you
the
do it,
license.
run it by the month,
Right.
then they're
you're
not,
okay.
then they're not
What
covered.
you
Some
do
of them
have to
say-
do, and this will be in the new updated ordinance, is you still have to comply with the occupancy limits in your advertising. Because it takes potentially too much away from the people who are complying.
Living by the rules.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially if you're just doing for 14 days in a year, like, oh, we've got 6 bedrooms and 18 people can sleep here, but we're only gonna do 14 days. We're gonna pick President's Week and New Year's Week. And so they're just gonna, pillage the people who have paid, have their license, and, are doing 5 bedrooms and 8 guests.
Yeah,
So,
okay,
Anyway, it's an
All right.
ongoing,
great.
And I think driving around, we're gonna catch some of those people. Because I noticed a bunch over towards the transfer station, I'll say, the other morning that had never shown up on our radar that I'm pretty sure are renting. So they will be on my regular route of driving by to see if every
At 5 in
weekend.
the morning.
Uh-huh. I have nothing else to do at that time, Julie. If I'm up, I'm in your neighborhood, I'm stalking you.
Well, I'm just looking on Airbnb, and what it's saying is like 4 bedrooms, 8 beds.
Yes, so then they get so slippery with all of it. It's, you know.
Yeah, I had never noticed that there was not a picture of the front of houses.
Or it's the back with the deck. So then Al's had to look to see like the windows, like we talked about the last meeting, like he's able to figure that out.
So what I did for some of those is I went onto a satellite image and I would see what the deck looked like, the deck structure, dormer structure, something like that, roof lines, and then I could go through.
Do you want us to get you a little drone?
She needs somebody needs a drone here, yeah.
I don't believe in drones, but I do, the satellite, the E911 viewer, is really good, and then I'll cross-reference it with, the GIS.
Okay,
Wow.
all right, well, thanks for,
It's detective work for sure.
It is,
yeah,
yeah, it is.
it's more, yeah.
But there's
And-
new sites popping up all the time. I mean, that one that I found the other day was so random and it just popped up on Facebook. It was like
Stay
free
class
Vermont
or Vermont
for
stay, something
Vermont
like that.
stay, free advertising for Vermonters or something. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this? So I started scrolling down. I was
All
like,
right,
oh
so
my
you're
God.
gaining on it then.
I'm gaining on it, yeah.
Okay.
It is time consuming, but that's okay, but I'm gaining on it.
Yeah.
And I tell Beth, I work with 4 screens when I'm at home,
Okay,
get it done.
Public Safety Facility Committee update. I believe they sent information around asking to set up another meeting. I think did you get a chance to look at that, Alex?
Nope.
I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Well, the problem is, it's coming in a line of stuff between Andrea and Jeff Goldstone. And it'll be 18 messages that are already here, and you have to find the right one to look at again.
Because I asked Jeff to include the select board in all emails so that we were, just if there was information, we could swallow it as it came in and not
Right.
in lump
So,
sums.
I know I signed back in, I think, for like Tuesday of next week. But I haven't heard anything more. I will try to reach out and see where we stand on that, but I would like it if they would end a phase and start a new one so that it's not, 87 pages long.
Al did, the blueprints, Stacy, that
I
you
was gonna-
asked
yep,
for.
yep.
We tried to send them last Thursday.
Yes, I saw.
After he
Yep.
left, there's like a Dropbox thing. I can't figure out how to do that. It's above me.
Okay.
So I am going to have Al figure out which one of those zip drives it's on, and I'm gonna pass it to Teresa to give it to Andrea because she does it all the time.
Yep, yeah,
And
I
then she'll
saw
just
you,
drop
the
it in the
email
box
chain
and
for that.
she'll
Yep,
send it out.
Okay.
That was a lot bigger than I
Oh, I'm
thought
sure it
thought
was, yes.
I mean, it was like 40 pages.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It took me like a half hour to scan it.
wow,
And then I did it, it didn't go right the first time, so
Of course
then I
not.
had to rescan
Yeah.
all 40 pages.
Yeah.
It was really exciting.
I bet, thank you for doing that,
Yeah, well, that's,
because I think it's
Okay.
gonna help in the long run.
yes,
All right.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So townwide reappraisal, I guess we're
Okay.
still,
I actually have, not to do with that, we're moving ahead. They're actually talking to Christie about the short-term rental list, because there's a different little uplift charge for people that
so it's a different,
sell their property for rent.
I haven't given anything for that.
No. This is, Doug needs us to sign this. It's a certificate of no appeal or suit pending against last year's grand list. Like grievance, everything's closed out, tax abatement, blah, blah, blah.
for last year.
Yes, so we just need to sign off on this, so I would make the motion to approve the certificate of no appeal or suit pending for 2025.
Okay, motion was made and seconded. Is there any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, sorry.
So that's just closing 2020.
Yeah, so this actually goes in the grand list for the permanent grand list, it's kept downstairs. Yep.
The other thing after this, that we don't have on here, unless I interrupted about the townwide reappraisal, is the wastewater grant, that we got.
Yeah, that Lissa sent us some information on.
So whether or not we wanna go ahead and apply for that grant, which I think we should.
What is it for?
Is that new business?
Yes.
I'll read
Yes,
it, I'll
I'm
read it,
sorry.
I'll read it
No,
in just a
I
second.
know, I remember.
Does it matter where?
I thought it was old business just cause,
On the left side, Stacy.
Thank you. I see that now. You'd think I put the glasses on my face, not on the table.
All right, so,
they're annoying.
so here's this other thing that this is from Melissa. She met with the state DEC Water Infrastructure Program reps to gather information on proceeding with a grant application for the community wastewater system. The program funding has changed fairly substantially since we last applied. The program is a clean water loan, not exactly a grant, that would allow us to apply for 50% funding up to a maximum of $100,000 for the step 1 phase known as feasibility and preliminary engineering report. From our last engineering scope of work 2 years ago, the preliminary engineering report and feasibility phase was estimated to cost around $72,000, so the cost will likely be more than this. For board discussion, does the board wish to proceed with the grant application? At 50% funding, the town would incur roughly $40,000 in local cash match as required for the first phase of the project. There's an additional 50% funding for the step 2 and so on. At this point, it is unknown how much funding will be available for the construction phase of the project. From Melissa Stark, Town of Maine. I think we have to move ahead and to see the feasibility. If it says it's not feasible, then we put it to bed, but to be perfectly honest, I think we have to start somewhere.
Can you explain just a little bit?
Yeah.
What
it is?
Are we, yeah, what we're
Right.
talking about,
So
please.
this is to see if it's feasible to check into the possibility of putting it in a sewer system.
Okay.
Now, I don't know whether we can do the study as the whole village and a public restroom. We own a small piece of land on the access road,
Okay,
up by Sly Road.
yep,
And I don't know whether it's a quarter of an acre, half an acre, whatever. We own a small piece of land that Carol Ford negotiated with Stratton when the Stratton Access Road started. He said, we may need to put a salt shed here
oh,
and have
okay.
equipment here, so we gotta have a piece of land here. So
Yeah.
we've got a small piece, not very big,
Yeah,
but it may be big enough for a public restroom,
okay,
okay? Because there's no place really in the center of town that we can do it. If it became feasible that we could plan the public restroom there and see what it would cost to get the pipeline up to High Meadow. Because there's a place to drop in there, so we
Okay.
could pump it to there. Wouldn't have to pump it all the way up the mountain, but it's still
right,
3 miles.
The municipal service agreement allows us to send a certain amount of gallons per day.
okay,
So we
Oh,
have
oh,
The window
oh.
strat, or
Put
Winhall
that
Stratton.
language in.
Originally, we were approved for 25,000 gallons from the municipal service agreement years ago, probably 20 years ago. And I'd been fighting for this for a long time, and I kept saying, no, Marcel said it isn't worth it. Marcel called me a few years ago and said, can you go up to my office? And I came out and we talked. You know this thing? He said, I think we should do something about it. And I said, really? So anyways, he said, but I think we should have 50,000 gallons.
okay,
So I went to the
thank you.
Stratton Winhall Fire District Board meeting and said, we would like to ask for more daily allocation. So that's 25,000 gallons a day is what we had allocated. And they said, oh dear no, Stratton is gonna do big plans and they're not gonna have the capacity, etc. I said, oh, okay. So why don't you check with their engineer? I'd already talked to their engineer, who I've hired for projects before, he's now retired. And I called him, plenty of room. So we now have 50,000 gallons of allocation per day of sewage capacity at the Stratton Winhall Fire District. So,
That lot is 0.2 acres.
Okay,
okay, well, almost a quarter.
Yeah.
do you wanna see where it is?
Down the
I
road
was gonna send
question,
you
but
Yeah, could I?
like where that piece of property is,
Oh,
to access it from the access road, like, you know, putting in a driveway, is that gonna be a problem at all? You know, like, you know, predictably, you know, you think people going to the mountain, they're gonna pull in there and use the restroom or whatever. So, or people coming down the mountain. So, you know, is there gonna have to be a traffic study done? Is there gonna, I mean, is that road permitted for that? You know, that's all I'm asking. You
Oh
know,
yeah, the green space, I wonder if we're exempt from that, the green strip.
Right. I don't know, it's, you know, just before you get too much invested in your mind about it,
Yeah.
just, I mean, I would just wanna check
I
and make
mean,
sure that you have
there-
an access to it
Yeah,
for that kind
I
of.
brought it up briefly at the hearing when Paul Crochet Jr. got permission to do that, and it didn't seem that there was an objection from the Board of Adjustment. They thought that it was going to be doable. So I don't know, I mean, we've got a lot of unknowns, that doesn't mean we can't find a place to do it in the village.
Right, no.
But I'm asking that if we at least, that would be a spot where we haven't involved the whole village yet.
Right.
Because the whole village is gonna be a bigger project.
Right.
If we could, but it's embarrassing to me to not have a public restroom in town. And I know that people would have to go up the access road, a quarter of a mile, but it would be something that would be,
I told you, I still think they should use the old town hall, we should figure out a way to do it there.
we don't have enough capacity.
What's the capacity for there?
We're way over with, but if, we have a septic system there, but there's not much there,
Okay.
okay? I mean, we're getting by because most of the people go in, they're there for an hour or two and they're gone.
Yeah.
Haven't had an issue.
But you open it for
But if we
public
open it to the
24/7,
public,
yeah,
Well, and we share the well with the Avisons,
okay. Yes.
so we can't be,
Oh,
we cannot be tapping that well for
oh, no.
flush.
we may
flush.
have to drill our own well eventually.
And we don't own that much room down there.
No, I know, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember how.
Yeah.
Like, we don't own that whole parking
No, I
lot,
know.
probably not even where the garden is.
No, I think it's like
Probably
pretty much
not,
where
probably
the
not even where the
building
septic
is.
system is.
No, I don't think it is, I think you're right.
But anyway, so,
Okay, I
so-
just wanted to bring that up.
yeah, no, I understand, I mean, I think that's,
For a small fee, I probably could put it over at the fairgrounds. Sorry, sarcastic.
Well, I think personally that we should go ahead and do the feasibility and preliminary engineering grant application. I mean,
if we don't get any, we don't get any, but I got a feeling there's a possibility that we get some.
so,
Was that a motion?
I will make a motion to apply for the wastewater grant, for a feasibility and preliminary engineering report.
I'll second
Okay,
it.
motion is made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, good, thank you. So we will, so that will be in your report that we send to Melissa so that she
Yeah.
can get on that.
I have one other thing that I've noticed driving around with the short-term rental snooping. We have an enormous amount of people that do not have visible 911 signs or any sign at all. So maybe, and not that we need another ordinance,
Well, no,
but this is an important thing, like life-saving.
that's already in the alarm ordinance.
Is there a fine in there for
I
not
don't know about a
putting up
fine,
your
but,
number, or?
that will have to be the next phase. We've been pushing the
Okay.
Knox box.
Okay.
But we have to start, and I have had Ashley send emails to the people who haven't done it yet. And every call that we go to, I've been passing them out a paper, said, here is something you have to do. Your alarm called in, you're not registered, take care of it. And they've been calling in and getting better, so we're gaining on it, but yes, they have to.
Mine fell down. I said mine fell down.
Well, my feeling.
Well,
the
but the
other-
problem is, it's gotta be a reflective sign. Because
And
I'm-
I think you can't see it.
it's gotta be, we said green and gold or green and yellow, because that's the common thing. And it has to at least have a street number on it, because they'll have a fancy wood carved sign and a descriptive thing on it, and you can't read it, and it's hidden under the boughs of a tree. I mean, we have a mapping system when we respond to a fire, and we have to stop, and I have to put a spotlight on it to try to find it. We shouldn't have to try to find it. We got called up to Moose Hollow Road the other day,
I know.
and That one had a huge sign out there.
Well, Randy told Steve, he said, she just put the sign up, he says, I know
Yeah.
the number's there, so, and he
Yeah.
told him how, the best way to go and everything, so, yeah.
But she, and they were setting out on the road with their flashes
She's a
on.
doctor, she knows better than to stay in
No,
the house.
she did fine. She did fine, but I gave her the paperwork.
Yeah, good.
And, cause she did not have it, she had to call the call in.
Right, because she and her husband bought 2 lots, and then after they bought and built on their lot, they got divorced. So this is all kind of like, yeah,
Okay.
it's all a
Oh,
whole
my
chapter,
word.
but anyway, so
Okay.
that's probably
So
why.
I will have to talk to Ashley about it to send out a reminder of the people who we know don't have it yet and start going from there. But we're starting to pass out paperwork because we've been to probably 4 or 5 CO calls, and one tonight while we were here, that was another CO call. And so that we're starting to get them straightened out. So anyways,
Yeah, no, I was
that's
just-
in there, we just have to remind them and have to start
Okay.
saying, okay,
It-
you gotta pony up there.
Yeah, I mean, my other thing was like, okay, so you have a pre-existing sign, and it's got reflective 35 on it or whatever. I could accept that, as long as it's reflective, and I've been telling people that for years. I mean, I wouldn't want someone like that to have to go to the expense of replacing, but these other ones have
They
absolutely
can go to the hardware
nothing.
store and buy a reflective
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
It's not that big a deal,
No.
or they can get a nice one made, but
Yeah.
we need to be able to find it.
I mean, I think personally, we should think of a few key points that we wanna say at town meeting. And maybe that needs to be one that we really hammer this year.
Cause
Okay.
I mean, I know where these houses are and I struggle sometimes, like, is
Well,
it
at
that
least-
one or this one? And then I drive back and forth and,
Well, and then it's a little bit messed up because we're on the 100 system instead of the 1000 system.
well, and there's one,
And they may be changing that.
right, and there's one that, on Todd Hill that you can only see it if you come up Todd Hill and cut from Benson Fuller. You can't see it if you come in from Taylor Hill, cause it's a little sign about this big and it only faces out that way.
Yeah. So I'll ask Ashley to send out another thing on that. Okay, do we have any access permits?
No, we do not.
Okay, any liquor licenses?
No, we do not.
Okay, everybody got the town administrator update?
Yes.
Okay, right over that. Do we, I guess we should do the bills, and then are we going to go into executive session tonight?
Yes, please.
But
Okay,
we have one more thing.
Yeah, just this was, I think Deb, this is, you guys saw it before, I think you guys have it.
yep,
If you guys are happy, then Deb and I are happy. We wanted to just, where would you like?
No,
would
you
like
keep-
to
you
have
take
it?
that
I
one.
take this
Sweet.
one.
when that gets
I'll
to
just
me,
put it
then
on
we're
the
gonna call it
website.
quits.
It should
And
be
then you
on-
have to hand it back around so we can all sign it.
It should be on the
Sign
website,
it when it's there.
but then I'll just print copies off as I
Need them?
need them.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Cause then if we make changes, I'm
makes-
not sitting on 25 copies that we've changed.
Did she give you the right one?
What were we moving to the front page? I'm
Yeah, no,
sorry,
I
I don't
think, I
remember.
don't
sorry.
feel like this is the right copy.
What's
We
that?
were moving something to the front
We
page.
were
and
We
I
were-
guess-
I think we
I
were-
don't feel like this is the right copy.
I thought we were
Something-
taking the voter thing off from the very top.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, this is the wrong copy.
Okay, never mind.
Hand it back.
Hand it back.
It's the wrong copy.
Okey dokey.
So, yeah, because
Good work.
the STR came to the front. What is it?
There you go.
We'll send out the, oh, thank you.
So
We'll send out the right copy.
I had one question on this. This is Lissa's credit card. There's bills being paid on this that I think that we should actually be approving before they get paid, because Deb's not allowed to pay certain bills without our approval, so I just question this. Not the amounts, just in how it's getting paid before we agree that it's getting paid. Folder 4.
Can I flip back to this, welcome to Winhall notice? Can I please ask you guys to consider just a motion that, whatever Deb and I agreed on, the correct one, that doesn't happen to be here right now, it can get posted on the website?
I thought we did that.
I think we did,
Yeah.
but, okay, so
Yeah.
we're good? Okay.
So we
Yeah,
just
good.
gotta
So it's
get
gonna
the
get on
correct
the
copy.
the
Yeah.
correct copy's gonna
Because
go
I
on the
thought we were
website.
gonna move the voting thing
Yeah, we
off
were,
from the
to the
first
back,
line, that
yeah.
really isn't as
It'll-
Priority.
important
It'll be.
as some of
okay.
the other stuff.
Yep,
No, like your Knox box, STR, right?
I was under the impression that we had already approved that with the
yeah,
changes.
I thought so, I think so,
I
I
gotta
just
make
wanna
it.
make sure.
I gotta make a phone call, I'll be just a moment, I'm sorry. But go ahead, keep going. This is.
I already looked at everything, really. I just had that one
I'll be,
question.
just a minute, I gotta ask a question about something that I'm not.
No, I can give you what we got, like I can email it to you and you can just plug it in there. And we should do the same with Scott's, just because he wasn't here to present, so nobody knows what he did.
What's Scott's?
He sent an email too about, because he wasn't here,
His
like his
update.
updates.
Wait,
Oh,
So
I
I'll
thought
just-
update one is what Reese said.
No, there was all kinds of
Oh,
other
did you guys
stuff.
get this one yet?
This is what it looks like.
no, or that one.
I just have to want that one.
These, I'm
Oh, I
almost done
see.
with
Okay.
those.
It'll look like this. when you do this.
Okay, thank you.
If I forget tomorrow morning, just hit me with an email telling me to send it.
And I just dumped the text in
Two are-
there?
These two you
Okay.
have not
Okay,
seen.
I'll be just a minute. I had a question about one of the things there and I had to clarify it and I've got an answer and it's okay. It just had me confused, which doesn't take much. So we're going this way still, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is that, where's the one with the credit card, oh, she was just asking.
This.
Is that the one? Okay, I'll look at that again.
It's not a good enough. Is it on your phone now?
Is there a page
The pay number?
It's right there.
Yeah.
Right on
So
the front of
is
that one.
this the one you're talking about? This,
Yeah, like the Enable and the Foley's, in the past, we've always approved those.
the monthly, I think those are the monthlies, right?
The
That's what it's
E-enable,
saying.
Yeah,
there's been an E-enable bill getting paid on her credit card for a while.
I didn't happen to notice it, I just noticed it, so I'm questioning it tonight.
Yeah, no, it's, I mean, cause we also pay E-enable separately.
For work outside of the contract.
Yes.
So that is the
I didn't know
contracted
that.
work that is in her credit card. We do approve the things outside the monthly contract amount. So that is like what we pay them monthly.
Okay, because my understanding, even when I was treasurer, that no money is supposed to be paid, like
I
invoices,
think you read that.
until the board
That's right.
approves it.
I just think some of that can get super micromanagey.
I know, but we don't get to see the bill to like make sure that we're not getting taxed and,
That's
I have
why
to
we-
laugh that they still got Nicole Dernier on one of them as a contact person for the PD.
yeah, some things from the PD, like it's, like the Staples one, if they take her name off, they lose like all their back pre-ordering stuff. So, I mean, I kind of understand the complication of
Yeah,
that,
but I
but,
just don't understand how,
No.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I had a bill, I'd been married for, I don't even know how many years, 15 years, I couldn't get,
That's all you've been married?
no, I've been married
VLCT,
28
so
years,
they
29
Okay,
this
we're
year.
going on 51.
But I couldn't get it changed, like they would not change it, I was like, whatever.
and you guys all, I sent you this Wyndham,
What's that other one you still,
181 draft. You
Yes.
probably didn't open it to see the map.
I did not.
Okay, well, the complication with it is certain people, such as myself, have been thrown into rural conservation, along with 3 other privately owned properties next to me. That's just one problem I've seen with it. I'm a little concerned about that.
What does that mean?
I don't know, I sent an immediate message out to the gentleman that sent this, just like questioning, like, did you misread the map? Cause I know on some maps, my property looks like it's in
What agency is this from?
This is from Wyndham Regional. That some maps say the National Forest owns my property, which obviously they don't, along with my grandmother's and my brother's parcel. So I don't know what other areas on here,
Did you wanna sign?
might have issues as well,
yeah.
Julie.
Sorry. I thought we had to make a
So
motion.
we already missed the,
They're having a meeting for us on the,
I just saw one on the 29th of January.
so there's another one, that one I didn't happen to pick up on,
Oh,
but there
here's-
is. There's another one in like March
Oh, yeah, there's
17th or
One
something.
in Weston on February 24th, Wyndham Planning Commission,
She signed
March
it, so-
9th.
Cause I think they're all town specific, those dates.
So then we need to set up, oh, that was the completed draft, Regional
Right.
Future was in
Yes.
January. So we need to schedule a meeting then with them.
Yeah, I just didn't want to make sure we all looked at this, so if we had any questions that we were, we were aware of it.
I'll review it before the, I didn't,
So,
Act 181, have you read that, Beth?
I've read some of it, I was trying to read it on my phone, which was really difficult, so I printed it off today. And I'm gonna go through it and highlight it and try to get a better understanding of it. There's definitely some serious micromanaging of Act 250 that we've never been under such scrutiny from them. And some of it we're not gonna have control over, but designation of people's property, that's an important one.
Beth, is this minuted
Yes.
under new business?
It would be under new business and here's the packet if you wanna take anything from it.
okay, has everyone, have we seen all the bills?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there any motion on the bills? This is pay order,
It's under the clip.
93355, current warrant report, from 7/1 to 2, what?
I just give today's date.
For 2/18, is that right? This is the day of the 18th? So, let me check over here.
Hey, could you remind me what you said they were putting your house
So,
as?
yeah, so I'm under, there's 3 private parcels and they have me under rural conservation.
Okay.
So we're this parcel, and that parcel.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know which other ones might have gotten sucked in that are like near the National Forest, especially down near French Hollow,
Yeah,
Um,
that's interesting.
where maybe because some things online are not right, and I don't know if they shouldn't have pulled anything from there, but they could have.
I'll make a motion to approve warrant,
93355,
I wrote it down.
okay.
That one, dated February 18th of 2026.
Second.
Motion made and seconded,
Do you have a dollar amount?
125, 231.62.
You think I didn't get that? I
One,
did.
no, I'm sure you did. I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
I can write and look at you at the same time.
Okay,
Thank you.
so motion was made and seconded, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, so now we've reviewed minutes of the last meeting. Where are they?
I thought you had them
Right
somewhere here.
Okay, we have minutes of February 4th. Has anyone had a chance to look at them?
Yes.
Can I get a motion?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of February 4th.
A second?
Motion is made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Alice, didn't you?
there's that. All right, approve past minutes, review bills, approve warrants. Okay, I guess now we can go into executive session for a few minutes,
It's gonna be longer than a few minutes.
whatever. All right, can I get a motion to go into executive session at 7:11? At 7:11?
Make a motion, we go into executive session about personnel matters.
Okay, motion was made and seconded for executive session, personnel matters. Can you get a second?
I'll second it.
I can't hear you.
Okay, motion made and seconded.
I'm gonna go downstairs and.
All in favor?
Aye.
You want
Okay.
me now?
Guess we're gonna go into quick executive, an executive.
You too. These are
Are
not
we
mine.
waiting
Okay.
for Al?
I'll be putting them
I think
on.
Gal went downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he
So-
left.
He
It
doesn't-
is-
Oh, yeah, he doesn't like to play with us.
It is now 7:50. Can we get a motion to come out of executive session?
I make a motion, we come out of executive session, sorry.
Motion was made
Second.
and seconded.
Thinking too fast.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. There were no decisions made. This was to discuss personnel matters. And there were no decisions made at this time on any of those matters, so. Do we have anything else come
I
forward?
have one other thing. It's, I've had several complaints, probably they called me more than anybody because my father's on the cover. These are my 3 town reports. I wouldn't want to keep them in memory of my father because they're pretty crappy. They obviously don't look like that when they're hand delivered, or if maybe they got dropped off at our post office and then distributed. We used to put a little seal tag on them to hold them together. I was at the post office and one guy, he was missing the whole half front page. So I think we may have to look into how we're mailing these.
Okay.
Because they're numerous ones, because I collect all the ones from the post office, so I have a whole bin that actually looks exactly like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I think you should check your list, because I know people that are registered voters that
They
did
didn't
not
get them. My brother Michael didn't get one. I made it okay by telling him I was planning on hand delivering it with some other 911 stuff.
So just.
Wink, wink.
You would think it that way.
I mean, I'm not playing.
Yeah,
that.
I,
No,
I mean, you would
appreciate
think that the grand list is the grand, or
The voter list.
the voter
Yep.
list
The voter
would make it
Yep.
happen.
Yep, no, it should have. And it doesn't mean that they're not gonna show up in a year and a half.
So the random thing is, I received 4 at my house, which is fine.
Which you
They
should.
came, yeah, absolutely. They came 2 one day,
Yeah.
1 like 4 days later, and another almost. It was like
Andrea got hers like a whole week before we got ours.
absolutely,
Really?
Yeah, and Randy and I didn't get ours.
She's an
That's
A.
a male issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is,
So-
absolutely.
So my thought was to have UPS, and I know it's a little bit more work, but have UPS drop them off here, that take them to Julie, and what few go out of town.
The other Julie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I knew
I'm
that.
not
Oh my God,
delivering
no.
mail.
We're bringing them to the.
That's it,
Watertown
you're
show.
doing the town, you're sorting town.
Okay.
Congratulations.
But anyway, yeah.
So that was my only concern while we're on town reports. I just wanted to make note that I think there's a better way to distribute them where they're arriving nicer than this, because
The
other
problem
towns.
is, we probably won't get this.
You should still get the bulk rate, because you're gonna take them to, you're gonna take all of them
We'll have
to a
check
post
into that.
office.
Okay, we'll check into that.
Yep,
We don't have to worry about that this year, but
nope.
we'll talk about it
You're
for.
thinking about it.
I have a question on the short-term rental reserve fund, if I may ask, please, just quickly. It's their budget requested in 24-25 was 25,000, actual 24-25, 25,000. The request for 25-26 0, and the request for 26-27 0.
Because now we have line items, so we can.
So it's so we can move the fine
Yes,
money
because that,
into the reserve fund?
I'm
That's because I
pretty-
didn't know how that works if we don't have it in there for the
so the
approval.
reason that happened, because Marcel just wanted there to be money for
He wanted
once
some
the
seed money.
ordinance was finally approved, that we
Right.
could just start paying the contractor.
Okay,
But now, so you still have that money there, but
So
maybe
it's
some
still
of it
there?
was, I'm
'cause
not sure
I
because
understood it went back.
No, not in a
So
reserve
not in the
fund.
reserve fund.
No, you build that up.
What number are we
Okay,
looking at?
thank you.
So when
we're
Debbie gives
looking
you,
between
when Debbie gives you
reserve funds,
the last
where are
financials,
Right,
you don't ever see the
on
totals
page
out
eight.
here in this
Okay.
book.
And
Okay.
then if you.
But you'll
that's
see
still
the
there.
totals
Or
on
short-term.
Okay,
Right,
hold
so
it,
that's
hold
it.
it. We got too many conversations.
You're
now.
right.
This is just another quick question, and nobody
No,
can post
just
this.
a second. I
So
understand,
what-
Carol.
oh,
I'm sorry we
excuse me.
didn't,
Excuse me.
no,
You were just,
she was explaining about
It's
the,
clarifying that
So the reserve funds continue to build up if you don't spend them.
They don't go back to the general fund.
Correct.
No.
But they may have been used, part of them, to pay the STR administrator that was more expensive
correct,
than we
okay.
Expect another line item for that.
Teresa,
There
My
it is.
question is, and I did not ask this at the time, but when the whole process started and Beth said that people were calling and looking for her to give information for people to fill into their application and whatever, and Beth says, I'm not doing that for nothing, it takes too much time sometimes, so you guys agreed to a fee of $25 an hour for Beth and or Al to do the research needed?
For the septic,
For the
Yes.
separate
Yeah.
permits.
Yes.
and you collect that from,
from the
The-
owners.
from the owners.
So
From
you
the-
collect that directly?
From the
Okay, so we don't
requesters.
need any money in the budget for that, that's all I was asking.
No, that-
Okay.
No,
That-
because that really should come from
The town.
you as the owner of the property.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I just wasn't sure if
no,
it was.
that's not town funded.
A couple of them I've had to really hound to the point of where I threatened to put a lien against their property for $25,
And you can?
and I will.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But they
I'm
paid
just trying
up.
to think about what people might perceive, and I
Right.
just am trying to,
Mm-hmm.
like, I like to know, so I can shut 10 people down before they ask that question.
And we like it when you do
I
that.
bet you do.
Right here.
Okay, so is there any, do we need to clarify the reserve thing anymore?
No, no, thank you though.
Does that,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, and
okay,
in hindsight,
right,
I knew that.
because if we don't put it in the reserve fund
Fund,
and you
if you-
don't
and you
spend it by
don't-
the end of the year, then it's in the general fund.
Not in a reserve fund, it's not in the general fund. It
If you
stays
don't put it in a
in the
reserve fund,
yes, then it goes back to the general
goes
fund.
in the general
yes.
fund.
Yep,
Which is why we have money for trucks over the
Yep,
years.
sure.
And Debbie, I believe, has earned $300,000 this year
yep,
in
in the interest.
interest on the reserve
Yep.
funds because she's invested them short term. Not invested them, put them into CDs.
Yeah,
Not-
we
noth-
did,
Nothing, nothing that is
Yeah, I
not
spoke
insured.
with her
That was
a
wrong
long time
word.
ago, yep.
But no, she has not been playing the stock market.
No,
No.
But anyways, she's done fantastic with that,
Mm-hmm.
but she, so,
Can I ask one more little question? I promise
That was
this will
one.
be it.
that was one.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Well, it's 1A. 1A.
You were sick for a couple weeks, so
Yeah,
we'll
right.
give you some bonus questions.
So I just wondered if it was time to consider, and just think about this, you don't have to answer me tonight. A time to reconsider, should we think about going to a 2-payment tax? I'm not saying it is, but I just wondered because this year, stop it, because this year, people may have more trouble coming up with money, it may not trigger out quite the way.
well,
we
that
think
got
it's going.
shut down by Kate
I
every time
know,
we talked
and that's
about
what
it.
I just think, I think it's good, this is what I'm gonna say. I think it's good to bring it up every so often to make sure that's still the consensus of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
My feeling on it, just because I don't handle the money,
But yeah.
but I
yours is
watch
the
it.
treasurer, Yeah,
because it happens right there in
Yeah,
front of
sure.
me. I used to help because I wasn't on the select board and I could take money.
right.
It will be a year-round nightmare where we pretty much have everyone trained. It's October 11th.
Right.
And what I always told everybody who asked that question was, you can have a savings account
Yeah.
just like I do.
Right, okay.
And I put my monthly payment for my taxes
That's all.
in there,
right.
which is just like an
But
escrow.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like a
it might be-
Christmas club
I'm just
thing.
saying,
Yeah.
it might be nice to think about it,
Mm-hmm.
because Deb is doing so well on that other
I
component.
guess we better ask Deb
Well, that's fine.
what she
And-
feels
and
about
that's
it.
That's why I'm
Because
bringing it up to you guys.
if she says no way,
Absolutely. I
then
get it.
I'm gonna drop it because
Right.
I don't wanna lose Deb.
No,
because she is-
absolutely, and I'm not trying to create any more work for
No.
anybody, but on the flip side, I think there are people that are struggling,
Mm-hmm.
and I think every so often, I think it's good to revisit it, it's a good time with a new treasurer, especially one that seems to, because Kate's, and that's what brought it up, Kate's rationale was that it was hard to invest money when you had it split out over payments. So that's why she didn't really like it, and there was really not that much money to be had out there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, just a thought, just a thought.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of extra work for the tax collector.
It could
and
be.
cost.
I just
It's-
think it's something that, you
I
know,
think
we
it's-
have a community
yeah.
that needs a lot of help with fuel or whatever else we do for people. I think it's only fair to maybe offer that to maybe the middle of the road people that maybe aren't quite that desperate to, but maybe aren't quite that wealthy either. Just a thought, just
Yeah.
food for thought, that's all.
The other thing, Teresa, is we don't get an accounting system to actually keep track of anything until the day we print the tax bills. Like we truly,
Right,
there's no
right.
open system
Yeah.
with your name attached to it. And then
But
we
I mean,
have,
other
and then we
towns, a
have
lot of other
those.
towns do it, that's why.
Yeah, but they're also not mailing out that $5-6 million December 1st, along with paying the
right.
school $3 million. So you're $9 million out of the
Right.
gate before you're going to get your second payment.
understand
That could
that.
be a dicey on top of everything else. That could put us in a financial.
I think it's all true, and I know
Yeah.
all of that, I understand all the ramifications, but I just think it might be worthwhile to just mention it to Deb. If you do that much, I won't bring it up again.
No, that's
And you don't even have to answer to me, I just want to make sure that we exhaust possibilities that maybe, because she may have a different take on it, for a different reason,
Yeah.
maybe not,
No, she might, because she's been, what, three years?
yeah. And she's
3
done a
years
great
doing it?
job.
Yeah, and she's definitely improved the overall process of
Yeah,
folding, mailing that, where we used to have to sit here and fold them.
yeah,
So she's definitely cut down on some of the work, but,
yeah, no.
It's-
Well, having somebody in the
yeah.
office too helps. Okay, thank you, I'm sorry to delay
Okay.
everything.
it's okay.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
Any other business to come before the meeting?
I would make a motion.
Close.
Sorry.
Just like that.
8:02.
Second.
Motion was made and seconded, all in favor?
Does anybody
Thank you,
know who's
everyone.
going first at the